He married my sister, now we're living together. Roommates
in law. Tom, that was pretty good.
Timothy, how we doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I am not crazy. I'm just a little unwell.
Oh, damn. What song is that?
I know right
I'm
now
not
you can't
crazy,
really tell.
I'm just a little
Unwell, I know right now you can't tell. What's that called?
I don't know who sings
Oh, it's called
that?
Unwell.
Is that Matchbox 20?
It is.
Okay, it's Matchbox 20. That's what's crazy. You know, that's why music is so much more important than really anything you and I could ever attempt to do in comedy. Because we didn't even know who sung that. We didn't know what the name of the song, but we knew every word.
Yeah.
It is kind of alchemy. It is a magical
Music
thing.
is, oh yeah. When people put music and stand-up comedy in the same art category, it's really
it's
insulting.
ambitious. Yeah,
yeah, because stand-up is just so much harder.
it's a harder skill to acquire. You actually have to have real talent.
It's more impressive overall, I would say.
mean,
Anyone could just come up with a world-class melody, and 30 years later have us
also
know it word for word.
Master several instruments.
Yeah.
And then just maybe have a great voice on top of
That's
it.
easy to do.
Everyone's done it. It is a little overdone.
People
I'll
say
give you
like
that.
to be a master or something, you have to put in your 10,000 hours. You know, to be a world-class musician, it's like 42 hours.
I think it's like it's pretty much just like community service hours. They're like, look, you complete this 60-hour course,
Go through the motions.
you can sell out Madison Square Garden.
Check these boxes. You'll have a Billboard Top 100 hit by the end of the month.
Oh, Tom,
Wait,
we're not even fucking
We're not. Yeah.
roommates.
No, we're not in-laws.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not even roommates.
Yeah, we're not even in-laws.
Is that what we say?
We're not
in-laws?
brothers-in-law.
Not brothers-in-law.
Oh yeah, but we are
Good friends.
and podcast co-hosts.
And podcast
I wrote
co-hosts.
down this thing in the middle of the night the other night, Timothy.
Lay it on me.
It just says co-host the podcast. I go, I'm your co-host Tommy, and this is my co-host Tim. We are dear friends. We're stand-up comedians. Most importantly, we are co-hosts of a podcast.
This is a middle of the night thing.
I think I had a more elaborate idea.
Well, this is the classic. This is the classic note in your phone note where you write it down and then you go, well, certainly I'll remember everything I thought tomorrow.
Well, and I'm like, I wrote the first tagline, so I think it was just a bit about how, because I was telling someone, I was like, I think I described you as my podcast co-host at one point, and I was like, he's also like one of my best friends.
Been friends for like a really long time.
So it's like
I don't know. He's like a guy I do a thing with.
I don't know. I think the bit was like that. Above all, I value you as a co-host,
As a podcast co-host.
Yeah.
Hey, which is still pretty much, that's way up there.
This is our identity: is we are co-hosts.
It's way up there.
Yeah,
it's not nothing.
No, it's above several family members.
Oh, Tom,
you know who you are.
You know who you are. Even I know who you are. And that's tough.
Well, that's because you're my co-host.
He tells me everything I need to know off mic, though.
That would be, maybe that's a sketch where it's us asking each other to be each other's.
Do you
co-host.
want to be my podcast co-host?
Do you consider co-hosting a podcast with me? I thought you'd never ask.
Call Lizzie immediately after he said yes. Tom, I mean, do we want to jump into the experience that we had?
I mean, we have to. I don't think you're going to be able to. I don't think you've gone to sleep. Since
I
it
haven't slept in 3 days.
It happened yesterday.
I haven't slept.
What
in
happened the 2 days
24 hours.
before it? You're like, no, it's been a really bad.
Wait, no, this happened on Monday. Today's Wednesday, Tom.
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday, Tom.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Timothy.
man.
What, have you been taking Ambien again?
No, I'm off the Mambian. I'm off the.
It's not a fun shortener.
I'm off the Bean.
The Bean?
Nah.
It's not great.
Yeah, I'm not doing
The
any
Ambi?
more. Not doing any more AMs.
It just sounds like you're no
off the
longer
AMs?
responding to Amber Alerts.
Yeah. Amber
We
alerts
stopped
are
doing
out.
that too. We used to go out and chase all of them.
I mean, I solved a few.
That was crazy.
But you solve this big crime, and then you go to collect and they're like, "Oh no, there's actually no reward on this one."
I know. It's like they don't want bounty hunters to come back.
So they're just like, "Thanks, man."
Thanks for being a good guy.
And then the little kid is also kind of a dick. He's just like, "Yeah," because to be fair, it's a little bit of. He's been through a little trauma.
It's a bit aggressive day.
But I'm like, I get nothing. I just saved your life.
You ask him, you're like, do you have anything? Didn't that kid give you like a couple dollars?
No, it was like, remember those old like Doritos points that you could get?
Yeah.
He gave me like 200 of those, but then you look up what you can even get with 200 Dorito points. It was like a Frisbee.
Yeah, in Biden's economy.
So, that's why we stopped solving those.
Yeah.
One kid was pretty nice about it, actually.
That was cool. That kid was chill as hell, but I think he had kind of set it up. He also would have been in on if because there's no reward money, he also thought that was fucked up. He was down to do a ransom situation with his parents.
Yeah,
he had rich parents.
I think he was gonna. I think he was gonna go halvesies with the abductors.
Which, like, I don't know. I would get in on.
It's not a bad business.
If they're
plan.
not going to reward us for finding the kid, why don't we kidnap the kid from the kidnapper and then get the ransom that the kidnapper was going to get?
Yeah, but then it's all convoluted because it's the more moving parts. It's like anything. The more moving parts you get involved, everything just goes haywire.
That's true. But we'd be like doing it would be like a Robin Hood situation. We'd be like good about it.
I don't know. I think when we saw the big pile of money, I think we would just take it and run.
That's true. We'd go full Dumb and Dumber
for sure.
Leave a bunch of IOUs.
275,000.
You want to hold on to that one.
Okay, well, Tom and I
24 hours ago.
No less than, boy, it's only been 24 hours.
Yeah. When did your ears stop ringing?
I mean, literally, I've had the D-Day ears since it happened.
So we're hosting a little bar show. God, that sucked.
I know. That's what's going on in my head, Tom. It's brutal.
We're hosting a little bar show, and it wasn't a hot show.
It was not hot, nor was it delicious. But some of these shows that are a little tiny, it's like a little engine that could. If everybody gets into it, now we're having a great time.
It's very fun, and that it did have the potential.
It did.
We could have gotten the wheels turning, and it could have been fun. And then there was a lady there who bought a ticket, found the show online, bought a ticket, showed up, was on her phone pretty much from the jump. And then one comic asked her, or made a little remark.
She got off stage, and she was just like, hope whatever's on your phone is going great.
Yeah.
I'm just up here pursuing my dream.
Yes.
Kind of a nothing comment.
Got a little laugh in the room.
Got a little titter.
Yeah, and then you get on stage next, and you go nice guy mode.
What's going on with the phone?
And you go, well, you said it nicer than that. You go, what is on the phone, though? You were really on it for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, we all just want to know. You weren't like, fuck off.
No.
You weren't like, put it away before I freak out and kill you. Because that is kind of how she responded.
I think what she heard was, it's on your fucking phone.
Yeah. Because she immediately, folks, went, I have a right to be on my phone, and
I will not be intimidated.
Harassing me and intimidating me to be off my phone. And I think we all thought she was kind of doing a little bit back to you.
Thought it was maybe a little bit of a riff, but her face wasn't giving riff. You know what I mean?
Her face was giving horrible Yelp review.
I mean, she was, because I thought like the words coming out of her mouth were so ridiculous. I thought, oh, okay, yeah, like, because we had talked to some other people and they'll like hit the ball back.
Right, exactly.
But you can see the little glimmer in their eye of the like, I'm going to toss my little thought into this thing.
Yeah.
It was just, her eyes went black. They were just fully shark-eyed.
Yeah.
And she was upset. You will not intimidate me or bully me.
She kept calling you intimidating.
I know, and I tried to riff on that.
I know, that did get a laugh for a second, and then that was the turning point where everyone realized she wasn't
kidding at all.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh,
because I thought you had it there.
I was like, oh, I'm like intimidating as hell. This rules.
And then she powered through it and kept being like...
Kept screaming.
Oh, God. Kept being like... yeah, I mean, you're harassing me.
She goes, some
she
people
also said it's not in the terms and conditions.
Not the terms and conditions?
Of the tickets of the bar show.
What? She goes like, yeah, some of us like work for high-end corporations and like, so we have meetings too. And like, and I was like, whoa.
She also then admitted she was texting her friend.
Oh, that's all it was?
Uh-huh.
That's all. Because look, she says that back to me and I go, bippity boppity boo, why? She couldn't come to the show. Now we're riffing. Now we're getting a little something going.
Yeah. Also, you did a good job. She goes, why do I have to put my phone away? And you said, hey, listen,
I gave her a pretty
I guess
sincere
you don't
answer.
have to. It's a good point. You have the right to be on your phone. But it does come off as very dismissive. And, we're performing something. You bought a ticket for the show.
I said, all these, because, you're trying to help out the other comedians on the show. I'm going, all these people wrote these jokes.
Worked really hard on them.
And none of these people have been doing comedy for 6 months. They've all been doing comedy for... I don't know, probably between 7 and 10 years.
It has ruined the best years of their lives.
People have given their lives and their youth to this thing.
Yeah.
Just to have one of the 14 people at this show on their phone?
Yeah.
On your phone?
And you're looking at your phone?
So I said it as politely as I could, and I thought maybe she would have an ounce of empathy for the people that she bought a ticket to see.
And then she goes, "It's very upsetting." And then you tried to go back into, just talking about something else. And then she stood up, grabbed her stuff, started walking out. And then you guys kept...
Well, she just kept chirping.
Yeah, and then you guys are yelling at each other from across the room. You're on stage, she's in the back, and I'm going, oh, excuse me, let's just, come on, head out. You can talk to me out here. You can talk to me out here. And she's like, no, I want this motherfucker.
It looked like it was like a scene out of a movie. She was like being dragged out of this thing.
And I would not touch her, because I'm like, I don't work for this venue.
No.
I'm not a bouncer.
Hell no.
But at this point, she does need to be kicked out of the show.
Yeah, like
So it's like, what do you do there?
You need like a giant hook. That's what she needed. And just hook her off and toss her
I was like,
outside.
I have so many phones you can be on out here. Just leaving a trail of iPhones.
It's just breadcrumbs all the way out, just all different iPhones.
So then I get out with her in the main room, and she's so mad, and she's like, that piece of shit is. And then I'm like, hey, hold on, will you just talk?
That's
to
my
me?
podcast co-host you're talking about.
Yeah, and then I'm like, more importantly than us just being friends and him being a comedian, we co-host a podcast.
Pod.
We're gonna rebrand soon too. It's going well. She goes, she just wouldn't. She's just ranting. She kept saying I was assaulted by the woman first, I'm like, you gotta stop screaming assault.
Crazy.
Because that's
insane. She said harassed, assaulted. What was the other? She hit the big three.
Well, then she said maybe it's because I'm a woman and I'm black. And then I was like, oh man, what is going on here?
And it's like, no, maybe you were the only one on your phone.
And then she hit me with this. She goes, I have a right to be on my phone. And I go, quick question. Do you think Tim has a right to ask you not to be on your phone? And she paused, looked at me, and she goes, you're the dumbest person I've ever talked to. I go, what? And she goes, shit for brains.
Shit for brains.
She hit me with a shit for brains, which is so funny because that's something that like I've heard from like my uncles and my grandpa and my dad. It's like doesn't sound like this was like a first generation immigrant saying it, and I was like, how did that get into the lexicon?
I know, how is she already there in the English language? Because that's something where like your grandpa says it when you're like playing t-ball and you hit the ball but you run to third base instead of first. And
damn shit for brains.
Kid's got shit for brains.
Yeah, it's like, I'm like, what, is you gonna call me a knucklehead next?
Dumbest. Wait, what is it?
You're the dumbest person I've ever talked to.
Pointed right to your face?
Right in my face. And I started dying laughing, and she's like, now you're laughing at me. It's so disrespectful. I'm like, this is a crazy scenario.
And I also told her, I was like, I've been doing this for close to 9 years.
Yeah.
Have never experienced something like this.
No.
Never even seen somebody do anything remotely close to this.
Never, not
Weird
once.
and wild stuff, Tom.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the show, I don't think one person was able to eke a laugh out.
No, I mean, I had one of the stranger sets I've had in a long time because I had to go up after, and I'm like,
wait,
oh yeah.
So this lady leaves, and I kind of start just like
it took 20 minutes for
her to get the hell out of there. I'm on stage this whole time just fist fighting for my life. And so then a friend's, she has an empty chair, and I'm going like, I'm talking about like, oh, now we just have an empty chair right here. It was already a light show to begin with. So a buddy of mine goes, it's Terrence. He goes, hey, this might be fun. So he comes running up from the back to go sit into that seat. Didn't realize she left her glass right there. So after all of this commotion, it finally gets calmed down. Here comes Terrence, and he just absolutely punts a Chardonnay glass, and it just shatters everywhere.
God damn it.
And then I have to be like, well, good night, folks.
Well, no, then I come back in and give you the light.
Oh, then you tried the bit.
Well, I come in and give you the light because I hadn't been in the room.
Oh, right.
And I see on my phone, I'm like, ooh, Tim, I forgot to light Tim.
Tim's getting close.
And he's probably fighting for his life in there. I assume it hasn't turned into an electric show in the last 6.5 minutes. Well, I've been getting screamed at, getting called shit for brains.
And then I'm on stage having a crisis.
Yeah, I pass her off to the manager whose first day it was at the venue.
He quit. He for sure
and,
quit.
He was so mad at me. And then I come back in, and I light Tim, which is, for people who don't know, it means you got a minute left. And Tim just goes, oh, thanks, Tom. and then
that actually got a pop.
Yeah, that was really fun. And then I go, oh, this is a fun bit. You're talking about how the seat's empty again. And I go, fun bit alert.
Here he comes.
I'm going to run sit in the seat. No one laughs.
I know.
I didn't know the bit just happened.
Well, I saw you coming. I was like, oh, no.
It would have been amazing if you quick put down a glass.
Wait, try it again. Now kick this as hard as you can.
Because that got kind of a pop.
Oh, man. I mean, what a... This all happened within 14 minutes of me being on stage.
No, it was about 5.5.
It was less than that? All of that happened within 5 or 6 minutes? Oh, my God.
But then after I got you off stage, then we put up someone else, and then I go back outside, and she's still there yelling at the manager. And then at one point, I walk back out again, and I go, finally, she's gone. And he goes, no, she's in the bathroom. Get back in there.
I mean, folks.
Lily, your name is Lily. I refunded you your $10. You absolute lunatic.
It was
I wish you the best.
It was not about the show.
No,
That was
something
about
else was
her
going
boss or her boyfriend or her landlord or her friend or her mother.
I mean, the quick snap on why can't I be on my phone? I have a right to be on my phone. This is harassment. Was like one of the quickest leaps I've ever seen. Yeah.
I think
and then this is the biggest comeback of the whole thing. Is she ended up being the villain even more? She sucks. She goes, and the show was vulgar. And I go, was it that crazy? And she goes, so much homosexual stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what? Like that wasn't okay? And she's like, yes, it was disgusting. All the homosexual stuff. It was like, first off, there was it was like 2 gay comics on it, a bi comic and a gay
comics, and then a whole row
and
of
it
gay
wasn't
dudes.
vulgar gay stuff
At all. It was just a gay man.
It was just her being homophobic.
It was just literally
It was just a gay guy on stage talking about dating, and she's like, God, I have to
This
picture
is
him
fucking
having sex.
disgusting.
Yeah.
And then there was that
It
couch.
really sucked.
The 4 guys on the couch were all gay.
All gay. Yeah.
And they were like the best audience members.
And she's sitting on the other side going, you guys are sinners.
This is disgusting.
And
But
I'm
now,
on my phone.
I guess that does... Where is she from?
I don't know. This is not something I should be guessing, but I was guessing Somali.
Okay.
Somalia.
Because I think, homophobia is a little more
Present, is it? I don't know much about Somalia.
present in...
I also don't know if that's where she was from.
yeah, maybe let's just move on from these assumptions.
I could ask her. I have her email. I had to refund her ticket. Hey, just quick question. Where are you from? And are you pretty homophobic?
Because I am chatting with my podcast co-host right now.
We're live right now on the pod. If you could, here's my number.
Dude, if
Call
we
in.
could get her to dial in, oh my
it'd be
Lord in
so
heaven.
funny. I mean, she'd be just as mad as she was. She would pick it right up.
Dude,
What's up, shit for brains?
You know that she is good at whatever job she has.
Well, yeah. She wouldn't let me get a word in.
Oh, I guarantee she's just a killer.
Yeah.
God.
Absolutely.
I kind of want her to be my attorney.
I hope she works in. Wait, we asked her.
It was one of those nonsense jobs.
Yeah, it was like strategy and ops or one of those.
And then the
things.
poor guy that was sitting next to her, he missed the whole thing.
I know, and he was the best audience member.
He was the
Yeah.
goat, but then he comes back in. I'm like, brother, we're all like trauma bonded together here, and you missed it. You missed a big core memory.
And I don't know if that story was good.
We had to talk about it.
We
Tom.
had to. Well, I was just thinking, I'm like, maybe you had to be there for the whole thing.
Well, that was our clear zero of the week.
Oh yes,
Folks,
yes,
you
of course.
cannot start just freaking out in public. I think these people are just too online. I think this is someone that just exists only online, and so
Yeah.
it's just all this rage that they see in their phone, and they think anything that happens out in the world is aimed right at them, and it's like, no, lady, this is normal behavior.
It was someone throwing a fit for not being allowed to be on their phone.
A full fit.
It was a child-like behavior.
Never said you can't be on your phone. All I said was, what you got cooking on the phone?
I'll say this: she is a zero. She is the Stone Cold Zero of the week. There's a side of it that is the hero, because the scenario kind of made the show forgivable.
Sure.
The show was not going to be great,
No.
and then after it, every audience member was kind of fired up.
People wanted to chat.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what? I will say this. They got $10 worth.
yeah.
I don't know if it was comedy-wise,
They got a story out
but
of
they
it.
got something.
I don't know. Actually, 2 of them were like, "We're absolutely coming back to this show," and I was like, "Well, it's not. That kind of shit doesn't happen.
Almost never that. I've never
That
ever
hasn't
seen
happened
that.
anywhere."
Oh, I did have a bunch of people come up to me after and be like, you handled that really well.
Yeah, dude, you were freaking out today. You're like, I got to get this. Or I asked you if you were going to the gutter last night after you, because you Irish goodbye pretty quick.
Yeah, I was done.
You just said bye, and I saw you, and you didn't even make eye contact with anyone, and you left. And you were like, yeah, I had to get away from the evil of that lady. I'm like, you did nothing wrong.
No, I know, but sometimes you just get that. You get pumped up with that like energy, and I think it was because I was the one on stage, so I was really up there.
You had to be the quarterback or
right.
the pilot.
I was like full just
actually you were the pilot.
Yeah. I was the pilot just crashing,
and it was the plane was going down no matter what. But you did a good job.
I'm just watching both engines go out. I'm like, well, I guess I got to try to land this in the river.
Yep.
I don't know, but I was just so pumped up of like bad energy. It was like I just want to go home, get on the couch, and watch a TV show where people buy an old shitty house and then like revamp it for an old family that can't afford it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What I wanted to do immediately afterwards is at the end of the show, sometimes when we do that show, we both co-hosts come back up and we do some debriefing. I wanted you to get back up there and then do a play by like a interview on the field type thing. Like, yeah, Bob, I'm down here on the field with Tim. As you saw,
things really fell apart for him out there.
Tim, walk me through that. What was going on there? What did she do that got so in your head?
Well, it's just simple crowd work. You just wanted to get up. The show was a little dead. I thought maybe if I interact with the crowd a little bit, we can get a little something cooking here. Then I can kind of lean back into the joke, start working on some new. She zigged when I thought she was going to zag.
Here's the thing. She had watched her fair amount of tape.
A lot of tape.
And she knew your moves. So when you zigged, she zagged.
She's like, oh, I could torpedo this at any moment.
Yeah, I'm going to throw harassment at him right away.
I'm being assaulted right now.
When she said I was assaulted by that woman, I was like, okay.
Assaulted?
Yeah. She made like a sarcastic comment.
Just a little quip on her way off. Nothing crazy.
God.
Anyways, the hell?
That's our certified zero. I got a bunch of other stuff to talk about. We already talked about co-hosts the podcast. That was most of it. I got a couple things to throw your way.
Lay it on me,
Timothy. I had a fun celebrity sighting. I saw Eric Andre in a Delta Lounge.
Hey.
And here's the only thing. This is a short one, but it was funny because I walk up and he's like such a cartoonish looking man.
Right.
He really sticks out. I was like, oh, that's Eric Andre immediately. And he's standing in like the food line.
He is one of those guys you could see from 200 yards away and you go, that's Eric Andre.
Yep.
Yep.
And he's in the food line and he's not wearing a hat or anything. He's got the hair out and everything. Right. So he's full Eric Andre. And he's talking to these older women who work at the Delta Lounge. And she's going, I swear I know you from somewhere. And he's like, I don't know. And she goes, did you live in Sacramento? And he goes, that's got to be it.
It's got to be it.
I'm cracking up, getting some, cantaloupe next to him. And then this guy, like teenager comes out of nowhere and he goes, Eric, you're my hero. Can we get a picture? Just immediately blows his cover. The ladies were like, "What?"
He's like, "Yeah, I was pretty cool in Sacramento.
I was huge.
It's actually the mayor of Sacramento. Yeah.
So that was fun.
You're my hero. Did you say anything?
No.
Good.
And that was fun. And then he gets his food and he goes around the side. And he's got his assistant over there. He goes, "You got my phone." So his assistant grabs his phone, hands it to him. And then this guy who works for the airport.
An assistant.
Yeah, and then they went into a room that says private.
Oh, damn.
There's an exclusive room inside the exclusive club.
Okay, now this is getting exciting.
I got to get into this room.
This is getting exciting.
Tim, the heartbreaking news here is that's the end of the story.
Oh, well, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't bust in there.
I thought about just like being an idiot and just like.
But, oh, shit, I thought this was the bathroom.
I'm guessing it was locked, but yeah.
Yeah, traveling with the assistant alone.
Or who knows if it's like an opener or whatever. But it was very assistant. He said, "You got my phone." The guy hands it to him.
That's assistant.
That's an assistant. If
that's
an opener,
that way, that's brutal.
Who are you, me?
I mean, that is heartbreaking.
Who are you, me? In 3 years when I get an ego?
Oh my God! I got it. So you're a DL guy. That's Delta Lounge for the folks.
Huge lounge.
You never seen the secret room before?
It's just a door that says private.
Did he like push a button on a big
bookshelf?
Bookshelf, and it all just turned around?
Yeah. Michael Caine was there too.
God damn!
Who do you think the assistant was?
Fucking Michael Caine.
It was Michael Caine.
He had a bunch of canes on him too.
Yeah, Raising Canes.
A little deep cut.
That's a deep cut
for the
folks. So that was fun. And then in this same day, I've got a hero self nom.
What? You're a hero?
I'm a self nom.
Lay it on me.
It's
dude.
not actually good enough, but
did you save the woman's life that you've been with, that you've shared your life with for 12 years, Don?
I haven't.
Did you
I
save her
didn't.
from an oncoming vehicle?
No. I didn't even save my podcast co-host when he was on stage drowning.
No, you actually threw me like a
That's the
cinder block. Yeah.
self-nom. Me giving you the light. Hero of the week right here.
I was like,
No, I'm going through security and at the airport, and I'm in a rush.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running a little late. I'm in the pre-check line, and it's like kind of empty, but you still have to go through every fucking running back
the little
and
mousetrap
forth.
thing.
It's like in Shrek when Donkey's running through it, and then he walks straight through.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have to go through the whole board game of it. And I'm running through one way, and there's like an older guy who like checked in, and I was back on that end where the entrance was, and I see his wallet falls out.
Big.
And I go, whoop. And I pause up. I go, sir, and he doesn't hear me. I have to go. I duck under the thing, go grab his wallet, and then wait for him to catch up to me. I'm like, hey, I think you dropped this. And he's like, oh my God.
I mean,
holy shit.
His life was almost ruined.
Yeah, thank you so much. Old guy finding a wallet too.
That's big.
I don't know. That was ageist to say, but
Did he
yeah.
have was it a fatty?
A
Wasn't
ton
it?
of stuff
Yeah,
in it.
as a fatty.
So much
These
shit
old
in
guy
it.
wallets are absolutely massive.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff in there from like the First World War.
Yeah, no, he has like still has like his TWA card on there, and they're like, "Hey, that airline hasn't existed since
Oh my God.
'72."
What? This is my Northwest Airlines loyalty card.
You know what I love about that situation, because it is a great feeling when you saw the wallet fall. Because
Yeah.
I would imagine if you're anything like me, there wasn't even a thought in your head of, "Ooh, I could steal this guy's wallet."
No.
You know what I mean?
I don't even think you can get much out of stealing a wallet anymore.
I think you could get a little something.
Maybe some quiche if there's cash in there.
Oh, I was like, how big is this wallet, dude? He's got a full quiche?
I mean, I was hungry. I was like, does he have any snacks in here? I don't know what a wallet
Made a
is.
full French like breakfast?
I'm like, listen to this. I found this guy's wallet. It had no food in it.
Absolutely zilch
Sucked.
in there.
So I
Last
gave
guy I
it back
found
to
had a
him.
nice quiche in there. No, but like, you know, when you're like, oh, I just get to be a good guy
Right.
now.
It's just, and it's like, odds are he would have gotten to the front of the line and been like, fuck, is my, and then the guy in the back would have been like, yeah, it's right here.
It's right here.
But I got to be the hero.
And it is a good
it's
feeling
the
when you go
same
up and
thing
you go,
as-
excuse me,
yeah.
and they kind of look at you like, what do you want? And you're like, no, I'm here to help.
And it's like I'm the young man in sweats and a floral sweatshirt baked out of my mind in the TSA security line. This guy hates me on
This
sight.
guy, if he saw you on site, he's going, shit for brains.
Shit for brains, knucklehead. And instead I go, how about I save your life
How
today?
about this, dude?
So I give him the wallet. Then I'm in security. I would go through whatever. I put my bag through, and I'm getting my bag out of the bin, and I'm throwing my stuff in my pockets. And there's this other people coming down, and I go to grab my bin, put it back because I'm a good person.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another bin, and there's a phone in the bin.
I mean,
And I go, oh shit! And I go, hey, I think you left your phone. Turns around, same guy.
what the hell is this guy doing?
I don't know. I think he might need to see my dad, the geriatrician.
Like, what? My guy?
But I go, hey, I think, is this your phone? And he turns around and he goes, man, I gotta hire you to follow me around. And I was like, oh shit, hey.
Okay, so he's got a bit in there.
Oh, it was so funny.
He's riffing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because it was crazy. It was 4 minutes apart.
So he wasn't full, just like,
No,
you
he
know,
wasn't that old.
Nosferatu. Okay.
No, he was 70.
Okay.
Yeah, he was doing fine. And he riffed.
I mean, by the time he got on the plane, he's got no wallet, no phone, no shoes. What are you doing, dude?
I'm like, sir, I think you left your wife back here. But it was fun because it was like two quick, easy hero
wins.
moments. Yeah.
easy little wins. You love an easy bucket. Did you guys like?
Yeah,
I'll
he
see
did
you,
shake
man.
my hand.
Okay, yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
the handshake felt really good, honestly. I kind of like
would-
teared up.
I would imagine it was a firm handshake, right?
Really firm handshake. I thought he was going to offer me a job.
Yeah, these guys from that generation, their
firm.
whole thing was just firm handshake, eye
Eye
contact.
contact. Yeah.
That's like all I was
and
taught.
kind of like a cheesy line. I got to hire you to follow me around all day.
I'm not even going to toss cheese on that
That's
one.
pretty good.
I'm not going to shred any cheese on that.
I wouldn't
That's
hate
heat.
a little cheese on the quiche, but
I mean, I love an easy bucket. I'll take anyone I can get.
it felt very similar to giving up the seat with one stop left on the train.
Bingo.
It's like, yeah, this is no sweat off my back.
But hey, you're going to love this.
Yeah.
Tom, I got a mystery for you
I would love to solve one.
because this happened to me 2 hours ago.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about it nonstop. So I order a little shirt from the internet.
I believe you ran it by me.
I did. I didn't get the approval. Ordered it anyway.
Well, it was a really blurry photo that you sent me.
Well, I didn't want to like go find like a high res photo.
Yeah,
of the
but it's
shirt.
like it's
you were
hard
like, hey, it's a little blurry. Can I get it? I was like, I'm not doing all that.
No, it was like super blurry.
Well, it's not that blurry.
It made it look like it was a Charlie Brown shirt.
I know. You said that, and I was like, fuck you, Tom. It's
And
not.
then you go, nah, it's heat. It's like, all right. Tim's got some confidence today. Because usually in the wardrobe, you sway in the wind. What is
well,
the
I think I've
phrase I was looking for?
lost in the wind.
Maybe.
Lost at sea.
It's paint
A feather
with the
in the
colors of the
wind?
wind. Candle
Colors-
in the wind.
Candle in the wind.
Your
windy as
your
hell.
opinions sway like the leaves
Well, you know,
in the
I
tree.
found a fashion lane that I've been in.
It's the knit shirts.
It's the
right?
knit shirts.
Yeah.
I think they're like age appropriate and they look cool.
They look great. The black one you've been rocking, and the brown one that you debuted last week.
Kind of heat.
You guys, wait till you see these shirts.
Maybe you see, I'm a fun shirt guy now.
Fun shirt, Tim.
I've been trying to be a fun shirt guy for a decade. I finally found something that fits.
Yeah, and so you got a new one of these on.
So
the way.
anywho, yeah, I order one of these new shirts. I get it today. I go pick it up outside. Bag is like 8 pounds
for one shirt.
for one shirt.
That's a hot shirt.
Now I'm going, okay, it is like a knit shirt. I've ordered one before that it was like too thick, and I thought, oh, maybe this is just like one of those. It's like
I
a
did a thick one
sweatshirt
again.
thing.
Yeah.
But still too heavy. And so I'm walking my little buns back, open up the first bag. You know, it's like the branding part of the bag. So you open up that bag, and then in that is a packing bag.
Like a more see-through one.
More see-through. I rip that open, reach in there to get the shirt. The shirt is sopping wet.
What?
Tom.
What the hell?
The shirt is literally drenched to the bone.
Package is dry.
Package is dry. It's hot outside. It's not raining.
No, it hasn't been.
How did I get a wet shirt?
That's like a factory wet.
Why is it wet?
They packed it up soaking wet.
But
And I also, just a little behind the scenes, I saw the shirt right before we recorded this. It smells
horrible.
like it's been wet inside of a bag for a while.
it's fully mildewed.
It's mildewed up.
Like, but
That's what one of my least favorite kind of dews.
I'm more of a mountain if I'm gonna do.
I'll take a morning dew.
I might even do the dew.
I'll
you know
do
what
the
I mean?
dew. I won't do that mildew.
I'm not gonna be doing that.
I'm not
That's
doing
a
that
mill
shirt.
don't, Tom.
Dude, don't give me a wet shirt.
Wet shirt?
It's so funny because it's sopping wet.
It's not because you know when you feel something wet sometimes, but it's like out of context wet, and you go, maybe it's cold.
Your sense is like off for a second.
Yes.
Or like your brain is like, no, fingers are wrong right now.
No.
But then you're like, oh no, this is...
No, it's like I had to wring it out.
Dude.
Wet
If anyone
shirt?
has any theories, where's this shirt from?
I'm gatekeeping that for right now.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay.
But at least I'm
Oh
admitting
my
it.
God. Once again, who are you? Me?
I know.
Anytime
Sorry.
people ask where I get my jackets, I go, thrift store. I don't even know.
I'm going to
Like,
start
what?
saying that too. Oh, I
Always.
just found it on some place.
It's like this vintage shop that you wouldn't know about. I always say that. I don't want people
Hey,
to
have
know.
you seen somebody wearing something that you got in a targeted ad and you're like, they got you?
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Yes, I have.
Because you're like, oh, man, yeah, I saw that too. I just passed on it.
I had a really cheesy Star Wars sweatshirt for a while, and then I saw like 8 of them, and I was like, man,
this one's out.
Yeah.
Are you a big Star Wars guy?
Huge Star Wars guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks guy?
No, not as big with the prequels.
So you were like a big like George Lucas guy?
Yeah, it was like my sick movie when I was a kid.
No way.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I truly love them, and I have. I was thinking about them the other day because I heard someone whining the same way that Luke whines.
What? He's a whiner?
Luke has a couple lines that are so funny, like so bitchy. He in the first one when he's like on the farm with his Uncle Owen.
Right.
And he's like, Uncle Owen, I was gonna go into town to get some power converters. What the hell is that? All right, he's like, Uncle Owen, this droid's got a bad motivator.
You're like, this is the hero?
Yeah, it sucks.
This is the protagonist?
He's like really teen angst.
I mean,
That is how R2-D2 was brought on board, though, is because they bought a different droid, and then Luke noticed it had a bad motivator. he goes, Uncle Owen, this droid's got a bad motivator.
And this wasn't him as a kid. This was full Luke.
But he was probably 17, 18, still kissing his sister.
Can't be smooching your sister and then being a kind of a bit of a bitch
Little baby
about
back
it. Yeah.
bitch. Yeah. No, he's super whiny. Anyways, I was thinking about that the other day because I heard someone yell something and it really took me back.
So that you clocked that when you first saw it, you're like, oh, that's off-putting.
I don't know when I first clocked it. I think it was later in life, honestly. I was rewatching it. I was like, I don't remember him being so annoying.
Kind of a bitch about this.
Yeah,
whole thing.
it was maybe when I got older than him.
It's just a bad motivator, man.
Relax. We've all seen a bad motivator.
You can replace that
I
easy.
haven't had a good motivator in a long time.
I'm only motivated by bad things. All of my motivations all go back to a bad place.
But okay, so
Wait, did we solve the mystery of the wet
no,
shirt?
I mean, I think it's like it fell in a vat in the factory,
and they just said, "Yeah, pack it up."
and they hung it up for like 10 minutes, and they're like, "We guaranteed 4-day shipping for this guy. He's got a headline Madison."
I
this
did
weekend.
do expedited shipping.
So that's what you get. He accidentally dunked it. He took it in the shower with him at the factory, and then he was like, "Well, we still got to."
He was like, "This is a great shirt."
This- We don't make this mistake.
What, dude?
Is it?
No,
Okay.
it's from a vintage shop down the street.
We got to get this shirt out to some bitch named Tim.
What the fuck is
Before he
going on this
headlines.
podcast? I'm your podcast co-host, Tom,
Sorry. No.
and you're putting my knit shirts on blast.
I got called during an improv show about 6 years ago, and it got one of the biggest laughs I've ever seen in my
I
life.
could see that.
It like murdered.
Yeah, I mean that's a nice hitter right there.
Yeah.
That absolutely hits. I can't believe you're not letting me gatekeep this shit anymore.
Was it
Tom.
actually?
No.
Okay, I'm lost. It was a vintage shop in Brooklyn, you guys.
Yeah.
You could never shop like Tim.
You could never.
Also,
find-
they don't know what shirt it is. You're not gonna wear it because it's wet.
It's so wet. It smells so
But
bad.
please, if you have any theories, I would love to read some theories next week.
Yeah,
Wet
does anybody
shirt
work-
inside of 2 dry bags.
2 extremely dry bags, and there was no like puddle at the bottom of the bag. The bags were so bone dry, and then wet shirt,
Soaking wet shirt.
sopping. If anyone
And it's
works
been wet
at like a
since
factory,
shipping.
yeah,
Because
They-
it's mildewy.
It had to have gone in. Why was it wet? Why was it wet, Tom?
I'm gonna cut to the middle of the night. You're just laying in bed. But why was it wet?
How was it wet?
So
Lizzie,
wet.
Lizzie had a good theory where maybe somebody was like returning it, and then maybe they like washed it and then sent
Oh.
it back. And then they just
Ooh.
repackaged it. You know, maybe it just like went through the system, and they were like, "Oh, bippity boppity boo, this matches with this guy. Just send it."
This is a great theory.
I think it's a strong theory.
Oh, for sure. It got washed and never dried.
But why?
Because that looks like a hang dry shirt, too.
It's very much a hang dry shirt, Tom.
So,
So maybe
you hit the expedited shipping button and they go, "This is the only one we have in stock. We told Tim we have it in
we
stock."
said we did have it in stock. It's crazy how these vintage stores are behaving like multinational corporations now. We do have to go back in and bleep that out just so I can
I'm going
continue
to.
to gatekeep.
But then I can't say the riff from. I'm still going to keep that one in there. See if they can figure it out.
They might be able to crack that case wide open, Tom.
We got some real detectives on our team here.
Oh my God! What else you got cracking over there, Tom?
I got a couple things. I had something. I got peer pressured into drinking this weekend for the first time in a while.
Love that.
Well, I was going to. Oh wait, can I pause for a second?
Uh-oh.
How do we do this? Okay, I just had to check with my lawyers if I could share this.
Legal gave it the okay.
The brand of shirt was actually beep.
Cannot believe you didn't let me gatekeep that.
I can't believe I got it right. I think was it the same as the other shirt? We gotta stop. Anyways, so I had a fun Friday thing last week. Auditioned at the world famous Comedy Cellar in West Village, New York. Got the green light.
Big green.
From old Esty, and very fun, very cool.
So you come off and she goes like, "Yes, you can send avails."
Well, yeah, she goes, very nice. She said, "That's a set." I was like, "You are right."
That was, I did do a set.
And then she's like, "Come, we sit, and you just go sit at one of the booths, and then she kind of talks to you for a second, and explains the process, and then you go. But the reason I'm not like over the moon yet, folks, is you never know. You gotta do well for a while. You gotta, we've heard horror stories, whatever.
We have heard horror stories.
So I'm not, I'm excited. I have, spots starting next week, and it's going to be exciting and whatever. But
I think
cool.
you turned in a clean set, right?
Yeah.
See, I think that's big.
Yeah. It was mostly clean. It wasn't 100% clean.
Well, you don't have a lot of dirt.
Dude, you haven't heard my new stuff. It's very homosexual.
It's all
Lily's
gay
pissed.
as hell. Wait, but no, it's all pretty clean. It's all like family friendly.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Right?
just swear a lot.
Do you?
I say fuck kind of a lot.
Do you?
It's kind of secret. Yeah, no one really clocks it.
When do you say fuck in your act?
I say fuck with like are you gonna fucking tell mom?
Oh, yeah, I guess you kind of sneak that in.
Yeah. There's a few fuckins.
Fuckins are, I think those are a little more
They kind of blend in.
secret. Yeah, it's a little harder to clock
smoother.
instead of a nice fuck.
Yeah.
That one hits your
K
ears a
is
little
so-
bit different, but
yeah.
a fucking
Yeah. And
Cool,
it's almost
calm,
like
and casual.
friggin'.
Yeah.
It's like fucking whatever. Anyways, so I'm all juiced up, but I haven't been drinking. So it's like, that calls for celebration, but I had to fly to this wedding the next morning at 6 a.m.
Brutes.
So I went home, and then I get on this flight. This is just a whole tale, but I'm supposed to be at the wedding on Friday. Get the audition, push the flight 24 hours.
Gotta do it.
6 a.m. Saturday. I'm running on like no sleep. I fly to Salt Lake City, get delayed.
Brutal.
I am now having to fly to Reno, drive to Tahoe, and then get up the tram up the mountain to get to this wedding.
I mean,
A long day.
Reno to Tahoe.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Reno to Tahoe to the tram?
Yeah.
Up the hill?
I'm going New York City train to bus to plane to layover to plane to Uber to tram to get to this fucking wedding.
Now, who is this person to you?
It's a good friend, Michael McGrath and Katie Cook.
All right.
It was
Katie
a
Cook,
beautiful wedding.
Cousin's former name.
Damn. Maybe.
Then she got married.
Maybe we're related. Oh, I'm not related to them.
Oh, damn. So close. Damn, we're related by friends.
Yeah, we're just co-hosts, I guess. So anyways, whatever. It's a long day. And I go to Salt Lake City. I get delayed there.
Brutal.
So now I'm cutting it close. I change halfway into my suit for the wedding. I'm wearing sandals, suit pants, suit socks or dress socks, my suit or my dress shirt. And I walk out of the bathroom. The second I walk out of the bathroom in my nice clothes, I get a upgrade to first class.
Big.
I got to change into a suit more often.
Big.
We board the plane. Guy who sits down next to me is like tuned up, hammered.
Who's going to Reno?
Yeah, and he sits down and immediately goes, "Well, guy, you look cute today."
Now, that's a level of drunk I like a lot.
Hammered, and I was like, "Oh wow!"
Like when you're at that level, tossing a riff out to a total stranger, guy, he's
Looking cute today.
Cute today.
I took out my headphones because I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna talk."
Yeah, I'm gonna juice this as much
I'm
as
like,
I
I'm
can.
going to a wedding, it's an exciting weekend, and it shares with me. He just got out of $1 million lawsuit, and he's going to Reno with his friend to see his friend who has a boat there, and they're gonna party all weekend.
Wait. What does that mean? He got out of $1 million
dropped it.
lawsuit.
They dropped it.
He was
against
being
him.
sued?
Yeah.
You didn't get any juice on
It
that?
was over a building. He's a commercial real estate guy.
Ah.
It wasn't very exciting because I was like, "Oh."
And I was like, what did
Yeah.
you say to somebody
No,
at work?
it was like he's a commercial real estate guy, and then he shares halfway through that he's also a pilot.
I have a buddy that is that exact guy,
Weird.
but he's not hammered
Ah.
on a flight.
This guy was hammered on a flight, and then also goes, "Yeah, I'm licensed to fly this plane. If the pilot dies, I would get us home." And I was like,
And I'm
"No, you
brother,
will not."
You're not going to get yourself home, King. You're in a tough spot right here.
So he goes, "Are we drinking today?" And I go, "I'm actually, I haven't been drinking. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to drink at this wedding." I just start sharing with him.
I was about to say,
I'm like, I think I'm gonna actually, but I'm chilling right now, and it's like noon, and he's like, "Have a drink with me," and the way he said it was like so heartfelt. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna drink at this wedding anyways. Yeah, I'll have one with you, Sean." And he hit me with one other great line. He goes, "Oh yeah," he goes, "Man, I gotta hook him up with Lily. Our
That's
flight
probably why
attendant,
he was in the lawsuit.
You know, yeah, probably. Flight attendant in the first class is like so attentive, you know.
Sure.
And I'm not used to this. I still get so excited and stuff. I'm like,
She's like pretty flight attentive.
wow, they are so flight attentive. This guy, this guy flight attendant comes in and he's like, you assumed it was a woman, sexist.
That's not what I said.
He said she was pretty flight attentive.
Damn it, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Fuck.
Let the record show.
Sorry, I haven't flown since I was on TWA in 1972.
They didn't allow men flight attendants then. But he comes up and he's super nice and he's kind of funny. I asked him to throw something out and he goes, $100 and I will. You know, he's having
riffing.
fun. Yeah. And he walks away and the drunk guy just turns to me. He goes, he's good. He's a good flight attendant. I go, yeah, I know. And he goes, they're gay a lot.
To his credit,
And it wasn't
gay a lot.
hateful.
Yeah.
It was just like, he's like, I've been thinking, you ever notice?
they are gay a lot.
And they're gay a lot is so funny.
Just a great sentence.
It's like so, I know exactly what he meant.
And I
he
wonder-
wasn't, they're really gay. It was.
Or it's like, why are they always so gay?
It's just, he goes,
they're gay a lot.
they're gay a lot.
I would like to know why that is, though, folks. If anybody is a gay flight attendant,
Please call in.
what's the draw towards being a flight attendant?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Because they are gay a lot.
they're gay a lot is one of my favorite sentences anyone has ever said to me. I
are.
just picture him at like a pride parade being like, they're gay a lot.
A lot of these pride parade, and you're like, so you're not very familiar with this parade at all, are you? But I mean, I think I guess I don't know. We've kind of talked about this a little bit. I don't know if I want just like a straight, because I think that guy was like riffing and having fun.
Yeah.
Because like gay guys riff and have fun a little bit more than a straight guy.
Fun group.
Straight guys are just gonna be like,
I don't want Tim Smith coming down the aisle with the Bev cart. What do
yeah.
you want?
I don't know. We got like Sprite or Coke. You want a can of Coke?
You want a can of Coke? Someone orders a Bev. You're like, hey-oh.
Excuse me. I just turn. If you're not watching Michael Clayton, I just turn your turn your TV off. Sorry, you're gonna want to watch Michael Clayton. One of an all-time performance.
Dude, I had someone complain about their TV not working during the announcement, which was so funny. Because I was like, you're dying to watch the safety video?
You simply I thought like they were watching the movie and the movie turned off because the safety video came on.
That would be awesome.
I was like, ooh, that's a tough look.
Yeah, that would be so
That's
great.
a tough look. Wait, so what happened with this guy? So y'all
Drunk
had
guy,
an hour flight. Did he pass out?
You ever well, this is, I might have been exaggerating how drunk he was at the start, his first line, because he said, what's got you dressed up so cute, pretty coherently, but it's that kind of sentence. You're like, well, you're drunk.
You're drunk.
But I feel like I caught him at the tail end of his I'm with it drunk. You know, like I had one drink. He probably had two in the time I had my first one, and those two put him over the limit.
Yeah.
So he was like fucked up. He told me the same thing 4 times.
That's when he started really working hard.
Told me about the lawsuit. Told me about his friend's boat. He also at one point he was knocked out, and then the flight attendant comes by to pick up drinks, and he woke up. He was like, no, I got it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture of this guy when he was passed out.
You took a pic?
Yeah, I had to for the pod.
You know what? That's exactly what I thought he was gonna look like.
Yeah,
That is precisely the man
that's
I
him
thought
right
he
there.
would be.
Shout out to Sean, and that was the position he was in when they came to pick up his drink.
All right. Double makers on the rocks. A lot of these guys are gay.
He switched from mimosas to Jack and Coke.
Oh,
It's
man.
gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt a lot.
Because you can't get drunk enough on a plane where you're hungover when you get to where you're going.
And then he's got to go get on a boat hammered.
Yeah.
You ever been on a boat drunk?
He's planning on driving it. He told me.
Dang, he's gonna drive it right into
The
a
last
pier.
commercial license he doesn't have is a yacht.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I kind of like this guy.
He's I think he's a little bit of a lost soul, but pretty fun time.
Because I mean, what is he? He's 46.
Yeah.
Yeah, 46. Absolutely hammered. What was his ring situation?
He does have a
married
wife. Oh, well, he told me all about his wife. Yeah.
In a positive light.
Yeah, but it sounds like they spend most of their time away from each other.
Right. So then he must be doing well. It's like classic rich guy stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And he's like, you know, I never actually buy first class because I have high status because I'm a pilot. He's like, so I'm saving all this money. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying first class either. I don't know if you saw. I'm wearing sandals with a suit right now.
Yeah, these are some old rainbow sandals I got on.
These are actually Amazon brand, so they were pretty cheap. I saved the money on that so I could afford Delta Comfort.
So anyway, saw Eric Andre in the lounge the other day. He just immediately passes out.
So yeah, that was my. I thought he was gonna be more of like a hero or a zero, and it just ended up being a fun character I met.
Yeah, no, that's a fun guy. I like him a lot. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Tom?
Throw it at me.
I noticed this the other day. You know, sometimes you get these GoFundMe links that are sent around a little bit.
You're doing your bit right now?
No, I got a new little thing.
Okay.
So when you go to donate to these things, do you have like they have to be at least making real progress towards their goal if I'm going to donate?
100%. I know what you're saying here.
Like
if it's a $12,000 goal and they have $84 in there, I'm
after
like,
3 days, I'm
yeah.
going, nah, no one believes in this thing.
Well, it's like you're not going to buy a stock that's clearly going out of business.
Right?
You know?
So I saw one the other day. They were trying to raise $200,000 and they were at $600 after 2 days.
And you didn't toss any bones in there.
I'm going, you're getting nothing out of me. I'm sorry. This is obviously a bad thing.
I think it's time for that cat to die.
Right? But I mean, it's true. Do you make
crazy.
the assessment on that? I don't know if they should show you how close they are to the goal. I guess they have to for transparency, but
that's why I kind of liked that, whatever that other platform was. It got popular when I was in college. I think they went out of business. I think it was called Tilt.
Okay.
And it was, you fundraise for something, and your payment only goes through if you hit the goal. If not, everyone gets their money back. It was really fun because it was like, we like did it to like get the chain smokers to come to Notre Dame or whatever.
Right.
Where it was like, you raise like 50 grand, but if all the students chip in and then it doesn't happen, everyone gets their money back.
Why would that go out of business? That seems like the way to do it.
I know.
So what happened? Okay, so these people are raising $200,000 for what seems to be a lost cause.
Do you remember what it was?
I remember vividly.
Are you not going to share?
That is correct.
Okay. What if I really want you to?
I'm gatekeeping this information too.
Okay, so they were trying to raise
So
money
I'm trying to
for
open a
Abercrombie
franchise.
Yes.
We'll talk about it off camera, but it was just such clearly a lost cause, and I'm going, I'm not donating to that.
Well, you don't.
But
really
like, what happens to these poor bastards that tossed 150 clams at nothing? Where's that money go?
Well, I think the money still goes to the cause. They're just, they got to downgrade their.
Yeah, but like,
impact.
if you need 200,
if you need 200 and you're getting 800 clams,
what are you even doing?
That's tough.
It's like irresponsible. You should have to give that money back.
It's like, hey, you need a marketing person.
You need something because something's clearly going wrong here.
The algorithm is not in your favor.
I clicked in to see how it was looking. I go, it's absolutely not.
Now on a $50,000 one, if they're sitting at $110,000, way over the goal, what are you doing?
See, kind of a similar thing. I'm like, well, you drilled it. You're doing great.
Me too. I think I am more likely to donate to that one though.
I would
agree.
agree.
I want to be part of this cool thing.
Yeah, everybody believes in this. I should too.
Yeah.
But I do. The math on that one is a little bit easier for me because it's like, yeah, this is obviously everybody believes in it. But I also do. There is a thing in my mind where I'm like, but they're doing all right.
They don't need me.
They don't need me.
They're crushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then But so that's just my little thought. I had that, and I went in with maybe the donation thing in mind. And then I saw how abysmal it was going, and I said, you're not getting a nickel out of me.
You guys don't send your GoFundMe links to him. He has almost no time for it.
Zilch, you better be making real progress towards that goal.
God. Sometimes you got a real high school coach energy. I want to see progress and effort.
Hey, I coached a middle school team to a 3-15 season one year.
That's right, and there were no handouts that year.
None.
Everyone earned their playing time.
God, we got absolutely drummed a lot.
3-15.
It was.
Did you get fired?
We weren't the best team. I gracefully bowed out.
You resigned to disgrace.
That is.
Excuse me, I'm resigning in disgrace.
I
Someone
said,
who
hey,
doesn't know what that phrase means.
I said, hey, you know what, folks? Maybe it's time for me to move on to greener pastures.
Hey, why doesn't someone take me out back? All right.
We had nobody on our team. We're just getting absolutely drummed by some of these teams. And I'm out there just like,
God.
come on, folks.
Yeah, what do you do at that point when you're coaching? You can't be like
When you got nothing.
You're not like switching the strategy.
Yeah, I'm not going, oh, well, hold on. Let me change up our whole approach to the game.
We're running the wrong swing motion.
Wait,
we gotta run X, not Y.
How did I completely forget that we have one of the best players in the country over here that I'm not utilizing in the right way? No,
Yeah.
they all stink.
Yeah, they just stunk.
You just kind of stand there with your arms crossed, looking intense.
You know what?
You yell a lot of like, let's get back on defense.
Yeah. Come on. Hey,
Match up, talk.
talk is
know,
an easy one.
it's a lot of
Hey,
those.
let's communicate out there, guys.
It's a lot of that. And then you are looking at the clock quite a bit.
I'll say this. When I used to coach soccer camps, and you know what sucks is if there's a good kid, like someone who's just clearly more talented,
Sure.
you do want to spend more time with them.
Yeah.
You do want to be like, hey, let's just kind of focus on developing this kid.
You and I just hang out.
Yeah.
These kids suck.
Well, because you're like, you're worth something.
And you are kind of looking at them the whole time like, don't worry about it, dude.
Yeah, man, it's fine.
Next year's going to be totally different.
You're gonna once you can play travel, then it's gonna.
All these
You'll
kids will
forget
just
about these
disappear.
kids. Yeah, you don't even have to be friends with them anymore.
I didn't have any of those kids on my team. I was just like, you all stink.
I communicate more.
But I did have parents that would, because it was at the high school that I went to, so I'd have parents come up and be like, why isn't my kid playing?
Oh, that's,
And I did have the joy of being able to say, your kid is not good.
Do you know how this team is really bad overall? Your kid is bad for this team.
He's not even playing. So imagine, so that score says 59-15, right? And your kid's not getting any minutes on the team that got 15.
He doesn't have a chance.
I
Have
need
you
you
guys,
to do the math.
Is he in piano lessons at all?
Yes, the violin would be an amazing thing.
Have him start studying for the geography bee right now. Because that'll do more for his potential college career than basketball ever will.
Never will. Look at your husband. He's 5'4". It's just not happening.
I'm picturing the husband standing directly behind her.
And he just pops his little head out.
And he goes, hey, Tim. Hey, Tim.
He sounds just like Luke Skywalker. He's like, whoa.
Hey, what? No, this coach is just a bad motivator.
Oh, here we go. That's good, clean
wow, what a
fun
good
right
callback. And I think we're right at an hour.
There we go. That is good, clean
Look at
fun.
well, we're gonna be at 3 minutes after I go. I have to edit out all of Tim's brand names that he wants to keep.
You're the one that said them. Everyone's going, where are you getting these shirts? I'm going, I can't have every guy in his 30s showing up in these shirts.
I'm bleeping them, but only to a point where, like, if you kind of listened hard, you're gonna know it.
Well, then what are we doing?
Because it'd be kind of fun.
Would it? Would it?
Fine, I'll bleep it.
Jesus Christ.
I'll bleep it, but then I have to bleep the other riff, and then that's gonna suck. So I just apologize in arrears to everyone.
Do you know how long it has taken me to find any sort of lane with fashion, Tom?
Yeah, you don't think anyone else is in that lane?
Yeah, but I'm not here to help. Hey,
the kid sucks at basketball.
It's a dog-eat-dog
Don't
world
ask
out here.
where I got my shirt. If I find your wallet, there better be some fucking quiche in it.
Tom, where are you going to be? What are you doing?
I will be bopping around New York City just for the next couple weeks. And then Raleigh, North Carolina, Tampa, Florida, St. Pete's, Orlando, Florida, Minneapolis with my good friend Tim Smith. So to our Minnesota listeners, September 6th and 7th, tickets are moving. So get your tickets now because we got to decide if we're going to add some shoes or not.
I mean, just get it. Get a ticket.
Those are going to be good. Fargo as well with the boy Tim. And
well, we got a bunch of boys on that one.
I got Vermont. Yeah, we got G. Phasmus and Alex Dragisevich. And I got Vermont coming up, and one other one that I forgot to plug. It doesn't matter.
Let's see. I've got, folks, this comes out on Thursday. Let me tell you what's happening on Thursday in Madison, Wisconsin.
One of the greatest things.
I'm going to be at the best club on planet Earth, hitting the headline button 5 times that weekend.
5 of them, folks.
5 fat ones tossed right at you. Buy a ticket. Come on out. It'll be fun. What else do I have coming up? Just added New Orleans, July 13th.
Oh, wait. To our we have a dedicated couple listeners in Madison, Wisconsin. And one guy came to 2 shows the last time I was there, and he promised he would come
Well,
the next time Timmy's there. So you
Well.
better come. And I don't remember your name. You were very nice, and you were wearing a Bucks shirt, and I made fun of you for no reason, and I apologize for that. Go see Tim. Maybe wear the Bucks shirt. It could be a fun little...
ooh, this will be like
Callback.
it's like when you go on a blind date, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to be in a Bucks shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like,
This
"Are
is
you-
it.
Are you the guy?
If you see tall guy with a Bucks shirt on,
I'm going to be like, that's my fucking guy
that's
right
my
there.
guy. I wish
Love
you were
that.
on my basketball team. You were very tall.
Could have helped a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see, New Orleans, that just got added. We got
yeah.
Providence. We got, I don't know, we got
Amarillo,
Boston. We got
Texas.
Amarillo, Texas. We got all sorts of fun stuff.
Come see the boys, you guys. We love you. And send us a note and some feedback and some theories on Tim's
Wet shirts.
wet shirt.
Also,
from-
zeros and or heroes and or just nice notes. Boy, we got a really nice note today.
Yeah, we did.
And
If
it
you're going
felt-
through something hard and our podcast for some reason is helping you, that's one of the coolest things you can tell us.
We fucking love that shit. Makes us feel good.
It really does.
But anyway, we love you. Bye.
Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in law.
I just knew the other shirts are from there too, right?